Tonight's all about one-pot dishes that finish in the oven. Some people call this hot dish. I've always called it a casserole. It doesn't matter. It's delicious either way, and it's the same thing. Plus, they freeze well, so they make wonderful leftovers. Normally, they're made with oopy-goopy sauces that come from a can. We are gonna throw that out the window and make our own. It's really simple. There's some big French words, but you can handle it. And we're gonna strategically throw in frozen vegetables. Let's get hot dishing in the casserole kitchen. Life can be a struggle, but a good meal doesn't have to be. We can make creative, nutritious, and inventive dishes that won't break the bank. Welcome to Struggle Meals. We're gonna make a tamale pie. It's sort of like cornbread meets chili in a hot dish casserole. And it's inspired by traditional tamales, which are stuffed masa flour wrapped in banana leaves or any kind of leaves. The whole thing is very laborious, but very delicious. So we're gonna deconstruct it and do it in a casserole. So let's start with our onion. We want a not too thick dice. I haven't cried from the onions very much this season. Let's come in with some butter. Come in with the onions. Let's get some garlic in there real quick. Garlic goes in. Got a pepper here. I'm gonna come down along the side. All right, bell pepper goes in. Some salt, some pepper. All right, we got some nice color here. Now we're gonna add some masa, just like the roux that we made before. Thickener. Masa is a corn flour. This could easily be cornmeal or polenta, but it's got a really nice flavor. It's different than flour. I mean, right away, boom, it smells like tortillas. It's delicious. Oh, we've got some cumin here, or cumin, and this one is chili powder. Let's mix that around, give it a little toast. You should smell the aroma right away. To supplement that masa flavor, we have some frozen corn. Buying a whole bunch of ears of corn just to then skin them with a knife after cooking and husking them seems really laborious. Also, to use a fresh ingredient here, I think it would be lost because this is gonna cook and there's so many ingredients in there. I don't think it's better, I really don't. I'm gonna come in with some diced green chilies from a can. I'm trying to save you some time and money here. And this is gonna bring us acidity and heat. Got some diced tomatoes here. You can see that they're fire roasted. There's some black charring on the skin there. And that's great because it gives you a really lovely smoky flavor. That plays well with the cumin and the chili powder. And now we're coming in with a can of black beans and a can of kidney beans. The important thing to remember when using the canned beans is that you go for one that has no flavor, because this way you can control all the spices and all the flavors. Okay, so we've got our corn, we've got our beans, we've got our tomatoes, we've got our onions, our peppers, we've got so many things. Let's get some cheese going. Using the whole block of cheese. This has been so useful in so many dishes across many weeks. And you can see this is gonna be so much creamier than if I just bought shredded cheese. Because shredded cheese from a bag, it's got a lot of preservatives in there and anti-caking materials. It just never seems to get as creamy. Now, a tamale pie ain't a tamale pie without the tamale dough, so let's make some. All right, I'm coming in with the masa. Here we go, masa flour. If a traditional tamale is a dough-stuffed thing, a tamale pie is a tamale-topped thing. All right, putting some baking powder in here, a little bit of salt. Gotta get that flavor. Here comes some melted butter. This really helps solidify the dough. Come in with some homemade chicken stock. Love reusing my bones after I eat the meat off of the bones. Just coming in with the Struggle Whisk 7500. All right, I'm adding some cheese, and that is it. It should look sort of like a sand castle consistency of sandiness. And now I just form it on top. Oh boy. This is right around the moment when I ask myself, why didn't I use crispy corn fritters? Okay, so here we go. I got this pretty spread out. I think I could have probably done a better job, but I'm not too worried about it. It's delicious, it's rustic. Beautiful things happen in ovens. So we'll cover it like this to mimic that leaf in a traditional tamale that would steam everything on the inside. So today our leaf is made from metal. Let's get it in there. Hot dish! Hey, ba-ba-ba. So this is $1.84. Let's try this delicious pie of love. I love that. It's delicious, it's very filling. I think you're gonna make many mouths very happy. And this is a very dense and delicious hot dish, which means you can feed a lot of people. The whole total labor time is not a lot. It's like 12 to 15 minutes. You can totally do it, and everyone's gonna dig this hot dish. Casseroles, or hot dish, whatever you want to call them, they're perfect to make in advance and freeze. If you're gonna freeze a casserole, it's really important that you let it cool on the counter first. You don't want to put something piping hot into the freezer. It's not good for the freezer, and it's not good for food safety. Here's a couple tips on how to do that. Line a dish with enough foil, but hanging over the edges, so that you can fold it up on top. And flash freeze it until it's just frozen. Lift the casserole out with foil and wrap it tightly. Wrap a layer of plastic wrap all around the foil for an extra seal. Now label it, date it, and put it back in the freezer. This method doesn't keep a baking dish in the freezer, and it saves space. To freeze individual servings, cut out as many pieces as you'd like from your casserole. Line individual containers with foil hanging over the edges. Flash freeze. Wrap with a layer of plastic wrap around the foil. Label it, date it, and put it back in the freezer. Or you could freeze it in an airtight container. But make sure you label and date it. So go forth and freeze your casseroles, or hot dish, whatever you want to call it.